Can they see me?
Continue.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Hi guys. How is everyone? How are you? How are you? How are you doing? Yeah. Hi guys. How is everyone? Yeah. Can you see me? If you can see me live, type yes and tell us where you are chatting from. Yeah. Yeah. So this live channel is all about study in Finland, and you all know that the application is opening very, very soon, tomorrow, and we are getting you ready. We are going to get you prepared to what you need to do, what you should put in place as the application is opening. Um, Tell us where you are watching us from. My name is Ahmed Lawal, and I'm going to be here with um, my co-host Miriam Amza. I'm expecting her to join very, very soon. But I have here with me a close friend of mine. He arrived some days back, and that's Kingsley. Will be holding another live show to host him as well because he has a different experience coming to Finland when it comes to studying here. And we all know that Finland has scholarship opportunities, and we are here to explore those opportunities right now. So, okay, yeah, I can see Adeyinka, I can see Tabore, I can see Babatunde Ahmed, I can see Brown, I can see Ogoho, Tabore, I can see Omolola, Onipinla, I can see Good Luck. Thank you, guys. I can see Aisha. I can see Kelvin. I can see Kirian. I can see Omowumi. I can see Baraka from Nigeria, Niger State. I can see Adebumi from Oshogbo. I can see Otus from Ikiti, Nigeria. Yeah, let's keep it rolling in as we get our co-host in. Okay, let's see what's happening, Miriam. Okay, I can see Yene. I can see Minds from Lagos, Nigeria. I can see Adewumi from Nigeria as well. I can see Adebumi from Oshogbo. I can see Juliet from Abuja. Yeah, Juliet, I can see you. I can see Lynn from Kenya. Yeah, thank you guys. I can see Majamanga from Malawi. I can see Bako. Yeah, Bako. Yeah, I can see you from Jos. Thank you guys. I can see Neka from Lagos. I can see Rewire from Lagos as well. Yeah, yeah, let's keep it rolling. We have few seconds and we get it started fully. So we can as well throw in our questions. So your questions will be displayed on the screen, and it's going to be answered appropriately as they come in. So yeah, welcome you guys. Yeah, I can see Joanne from Jos as well. Joanne, welcome. Now, let me quickly tell you a little bit about Finland application and Finland scholarship. But before then, let me briefly introduce myself for those who are just joining us for the first time. Kindly subscribe to the channel, to this particular YouTube channel, because I'll be releasing some tips as the application period is unfolding. My name is Ahmed Lawal, and I'm a master's student at University of Turku here in Finland. University of Turku is one of the popular universities in Finland. There is no best university in Finland. All universities in Finland are all up to standard, and there are no ranking of universities, you understand. So University of Turku is one of the popular universities in Finland and is located in Turku. Turku used to be the former capital of Finland before it was moved down to Helsinki. So we all know that Helsinki is the capital of Finland right now. And then I'm studying educational science. Um, it's a double degree program, which means that after my or maybe as I'm when I get to the second year, I'll be moving down to Germany for my second program because it's a double degree. Okay, Miriam is here. So okay, let me add that to stage. Okay. So welcome, Miriam. I'm
Hi.
still going to introduce myself. So I'll be going to Germany for my second degree. It's educational sciences. I used to be a teacher in Nigeria. I teach in Nigeria and I do some other online teaching as well. So whatever thing you do, your previous experience really matters to us here. And you should always try to blow your trumpet, as I always put it. Then I started the application last year as well, around this time, and it lasted for about 14 days, very short period of time, but the previous preparations like your CV, your motivation letter, all these things were in place before the application began last year. So then I started shooting my shots. So we're going to tell you about the Finland applications for bachelor's, master's, and vocational studies, but our major concern is on master's and vocational studies because when it comes to scholarships and free tuition, I've got a lot of testimonies from those levels, even though other levels like PhD and bachelor's, so they have full tuition scholarships, like that. So you can always extend your tentacles around those levels. Okay, so let me give the mic to Miriam Hamza. So let her introduce herself briefly before we move on to the business for today.
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Miriam Amzat. I am a first year student of evolutionary biology at the University of Turku. Yeah. So nice to
Okay,
be
all right. So that's very short. So you kept it short and simple. That's
here.
so we're going to move on to the business because we don't want to waste your time. We don't want to spend more than an hour here. So the first thing is that we would like to um, know about the master's application because she's studying on master's, and we would like you to tell us about your program. How did you started the application? What are the things you did? And there is one beautiful thing I learned from our application, from Miriam's application. She got the scholarships even before graduating from the university. So can you just give us a brief and what gave you that motivation to apply at that period and how was it?
Okay, yes, Rachel said, I got the admission and the scholarship even before graduating. I was in my fourth year when I started applying to a couple of scholarships and applying to schools. And so when I saw the application for Finland, I had not done I think I just finished my 500 level first semester exam. I had not even done my 500 level second semester exam at the time. I had just done the first year, the first exam, and I was like, okay, this is an opportunity and I should probably apply for it. But I had my IELTS, so these are probably things that I would say give me an edge. And I had research experiences and I had good volunteer experience. I don't know, I can't really say exactly this is it because I just like try to apply and I wrote my SOP for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it was I used my sometimes people complain that, oh, how did you apply? You don't have a transcript. Personally, myself, I just took all my results from 100 level to 400 level.
Mm-hmm.
I scanned them, and I added them together, edited them, and put them in a
In the
PDF
PDF.
and
Yeah.
I submitted that. So there was a place that they would ask you, you can apply even if you are not graduated because they will ask you to indicate your expected graduation date. And if it is high, you wouldn't have to upload your proof of graduation or anything again. But the only thing you have to make sure you do is that you have to make sure you provide it at the particular time. For example, I applied to the University of Jyväskylä too, and I got 50% scholarship there. And I actually wanted to go to University of Jyväskylä because they had stipend for their students, but
Mm.
their time for submission of results or graduation proof was more. I think University of Turku gave me till August September to submit my final proof of graduation. While University of
Mm-hmm.
Jyväskylä was like you have to submit it by June. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this June will be nice because I don't think I would have done my final exam at that time. I think my final 500 level exam, I did it around April. So, and we were able to like get some letters in my school to show that, oh, yeah, I had graduated, but my results were not released at the time. So, yeah, so at that 400 level, I submitted, um, I made sure I had my IELTS. I made sure I wrote a different SOP to fit the course. I think that is a very, very important thing as well. The
Mm-hmm.
statement of purpose or your personal statement to fit the course. Then just make sure that before your application date, look at what each school wants and target schools that you have their requirement. So, for example, one of the universities required a letter of recommendation. Actually, so I had to get a letter of recommendation ready before the application time because that application time is not like other places where you have a lot of months or a lot of weeks to apply. Finland is just like 2 weeks. They open the application 2 weeks and it's I think this year is 2 weeks as well.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks from tomorrow till 17th of January. Yeah,
Exactly.
for
So,
master's program. Yeah,
mhm.
exactly.
So
So
what some schools open like they have more this single application, but I made use of the joint application and it was very very easy to do. Like joint
mm,
application is easy. You apply to I think three schools, and which each school you can take as much as two courses. But I limited it. I just pick one courses so that they know that oh this girl knows what she's doing. But
yeah,
you feel like you can increase your chances. People say you can take two courses. You can pick two courses. But as much for me, I make sure that oh I applied to just like one courses in each school, one course in each school, and I wrote the SOP for them, and I make sure I submitted what is necessary for each course. You would see the section; it is broken into like section. When you start application, there are some things that you upload that once you upload one of it, it automatically works for the three. For example, your transcript, it automatically just works for the three. For example, your personal details, it automatically works for the three. So it's just like that. So if you have any question about applying, I'll be reading the comment and you can
yeah.
ask.
So some people already
Oh
send.
yes, and I was not on the first class. People always think, oh, you were on the first class when you're, and I was not on the first class. I was
Yeah,
2-1. But I don't think it was my grade that mattered. I think it was
yeah.
just a combination of everything. Write a strong SOP, submit your transcript,
Mm-hmm.
submit your IELTS, which is like I think very very important in Finland now because according to what I heard, they wouldn't be joking with it henceforth. So I
Yeah,
would advise people to write their
yeah.
SOP with their IELTS exam.
Yeah, exactly. So, thank you so much, Miriam, for the brief and um, very key information that you've just given to every one of us here. I hope you guys can hear. So you should try to send your questions to the chat so that I can view the questions on the screen for Miriam to attend to these questions. And okay, Miriam, can you tell us about scholarships in Finland? What are they like? Scholarship
Okay.
in Finland.
Well, I think there are like, would I call it three scholarships in, okay, let's just say two major scholarships in Finland, the government scholarship and the school scholarship. So
Mm-hmm,
for each course, the beauty of Finland scholarship is that they do it course by course. So for
mm-hmm,
example, they wouldn't do it that, oh, all the applicants this year, you can only get, this is the number of scholarship. They do it course by course. So for example, each course, the top person in each course, like the
mm-hmm,
top person in each course, the top applicants. For example, your course is education, my course is biology, yeah,
mm-hmm,
another person's course is engineering. So for each of these courses, they take the top applicant and give them the government scholarship. And the
mm-hmm,
government scholarship is the one that covers your tuition. That means you won't pay any school fees at all. It covers your tuition and they give you 5,000. So I think we met a couple of people that got that in Finland. In my case, I didn't get that. So I think then the next two people now give them the school scholarship, which is 100% tuition only. They just pay your school fees, and you don't have to pay any money to the school as your tuition as your school fees till you graduate. That's 100% for the first and second year.
mm-hmm.
But to get the scholarship for the second year, automatically you have to like, you have to get a certain percentage, I mean a certain CGPA,
CGP, not CGPA, and credit
ECT,
points.
credit point, ECT.
Yeah, credit
Yeah, I
ECT.
started receiving my ECTs early this month. I checked my yesterday and I was like, okay, I think they started grading some of my exams and I'm getting my scores already. So
Yeah.
yeah, so you have to reach certain ECT for that. And okay, and that is how you qualify for. Then the third one is they give 50% scholarship, 50% school fees. So for some
Mm-hmm,
people, they will get 50% of the screening. So for people, international students, I would always advise to target getting the government scholarship or the 100%, because I think Finland scholarship, Finland's tuition fee currently is from 8,000 to 12,000. I think my own cost was 12,000. So for the 2 years is like 24,000 euros. 24,000 euros converted to naira is like really really high. So it
mm-hmm.
would really be nice if you can just like get a full tuition scholarship, so that you know that the only thing you have to worry about is your feeding and your accommodation. So they don't pay for feeding and accommodation except you get the government scholarship, which will give you 5,000 euro, and that 5,000 euro is just a few euros short of the proof of fund that you have to provide. I think you have to provide like 6,500 euro. So it's just like a few euros short of that. And so it's usually really nice if somebody can target the government scholarship, which is like
Yeah.
the very best thing. You get the
Yeah.
5,000 euro and you have a soft landing, and you
Yeah.
don't have to like still also and do all these things. So yeah,
Even if you would hustle, you still have
it
five
will
thousand
be
euros in your
exactly.
account.
Exactly. Then you have
Mm,
your people fund to rely on as well. So yeah, those are like the scholarship. Then some schools, like I said, for example, I was targeting University of Vascular because they give their students money every month for STEM students. This is for anybody who is interested in. So this is for anybody who is interested in getting money from the school, as even to help their to support themselves. So University of Vascular gives stipend. They don't call it stipend or stipend. So they give them
mm,
stipend every month, and it is like very cool. So imagine getting 100, even if you are not getting the government scholarship in the University of Vascular. Most Finnish schools, the government scholarship covers all of them. Like most
mm,
Finnish schools, you will find out doubts that they give government scholarship, government scholarship. Now they have their own scholarship that they give to support their students.
mhm.
So yes, for
Yeah.
example, University of Vascular gives stipend. They pay you every month as a student of a STEM degree. Not
Wow.
very high money, but that was why I was targeting the school. Like, okay, even if I didn't get the government scholarship, if I should get 100% tuition there, I will still get
Mm,
money every month, and it will be nice. You get that
yeah.
kind of thing. So
Or
yeah, that was,
is it limited to some particular courses in University of Uvascular?
yeah, yeah. It
Okay.
is. It is.
What was the course that you were
I think
applying for?
STEM courses, just like
Like
STEM courses.
science, technology, engineering,
Yeah,
and mathematics,
yeah.
right?
People, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, something like
Okay.
that.
Somebody was asking that is there any school that doesn't, let me display it, is there any
Okay.
school that doesn't require IELTS?
Yes, I think the University of Helsinki, according to what I had, I've not actually checked out their website because I didn't apply to the University of Helsinki. I applied
Mm,
to Tampere, Helsinki, and Turku. So, but you
mm,
can check out the University of Helsinki. I had people talk about the University of Helsinki that they accept even letter from your school, or so they don't require IELTS. I had, well, I think the application, if it has not closed actually, because I keep seeing the ads for the application, so I'm not very sure.
okay.
But I
So
think
I
they
think the best
need
thing
to
is
check
to
out.
check your university specific
Yeah.
requirements to know if they require IELTS, because some courses like vocational courses doesn't require IELTS. So
Mm-hmm.
you need your WAEC result and maybe
Yeah, that's true.
some like Duolingo. You understand? So if you can you can explore. It's just all about looking at your university specific requirements. Okay, let me share another question on the screen. Lots of questions. I don't even know how to rate those questions.
Okay.
So
Does the joint
this one.
application include the BSc as well? I think yes, it does. The joint application include BSc as well. You can do that. But most of the time, BSc is open all year round in some schools. If you know how to search for schools and make use of that open school. I don't know what the website is called where we do our application.
Hmm.
If you can make
Then which one
use
is
of that,
that? The
yeah.
study info.
So for some people I was in one group and randomly after everybody had gotten admission, somebody
Hmm.
just posted that wait, I just applied to a school now and they just gave me admission. It's just that the BSc admission is very low. BSc scholarship is very like the low,
Yes.
lot of
Yeah, most
scholarship.
people get 50%. And in addition to what you said, there are other scholarships too that are not that are given by the universities as well. Like in my class, I have a couple of students who were given 50% scholarship, 80% scholarships, 65, 25%
I
scholarship.
don't
So
know about that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
So,
You will be paying half of your tuition. Yeah.
okay,
So if you are not, because people we're having on this channel right now, some are ready to pay tuition fees, while
okay.
some are not ready to pay tuition fees. So if you'll be applying, you should know that all this, and then you can also work. Somebody was asking that can you work while you are studying? So can you answer that question? I think it's very
Yeah,
very
you can work while studying. I think it's even better than most courses because I think you can work up to 30 hours. I'm not very sure.
yeah.
But the thing is,
30
I would advise everybody to start learning their Finnish because, like, Finnish people, they prioritize people who can speak Finnish, especially when it comes to job. So, except you are in the IT, I think if you are a developer and you are an IT person, you do know this
mm,
IT thing, you have a very, very good chance of getting a job in English. But other people, you have to have basic knowledge of Finnish, be able to speak
finish.
Finnish. Even if you are going to do any kind of work, you have to be able to
Yeah,
speak.
and in addition, you should also come with your driver's license if you have one. If you don't
Yeah,
have one, you can start
those are things that will give you an
yeah,
edge.
driver's license. So this is the next question, I think. I have a BSc degree in public admin and my CGPA is 2.61, not up to 3 points. So what's the chances of getting admitted and getting the scholarship?
Nobody can actually tell you that you can get admission or you cannot. One thing I always do it, you don't have anything to lose. That is just it. If you apply, they are not. Finland is not asking you to bring money. No university is asking you to bring money. All you need is just dedicate a few hours every day. For example, if you decide that today now I want to write my SOP and I want to have somebody review it for me, you do that and it's gone. Tomorrow you could say, I want to make sure I check the schools that I feel like are not too competitive. For example, if you're applying to University of Helsinki, I had it is very, very competitive because it's a capital school. For example, it's like in Nigeria, applying to something like University of Ilorin or University of Ibadan.
Mm.
I would say, oh, those are like schools that everybody's always focusing on and trying to get into. So I feel like even though your CGP, I don't. That's what I'm trying to say. That
Yeah, and in addition to that, in schools in Finland, they don't really care about your grades most times. Though grade is very important, but if you can submit a convincing motivation letter or statement
exactly,
of purpose, you are not you can get the scholarship as well.
exactly. You just have to be
Because
able to write
grading
your way to it.
exactly. And what they will tell you is that you should list the courses you've done and the credit units attached to those courses. They won't tell you to add the grades to it. I think I remembered. They told me to
So I
list
didn't
the
know.
courses I did, then the credit points that the units, like 3 units, 10 units, and all of the points, and they didn't ask for the grade of each of those courses. So you can always shoot your shot. So let's go to the second question. I'm interested in a particular university. Is it possible to gain admission into that same university? Well, I have met all their requirements.
Well, if you are the only way to know is to shoot your shot.
Exactly.
Nobody
And
can
then
tell
don't
you
apply to just one university. Apply to
exactly.
several university, and you look at which one. I applied to several. I never knew University of Turku will give will give me the scholarship
I,
for all the.
I the funniest thing, when University of Vascular sort of they have this, you will see it in their one thing I like about these schools is that everything is on their website.
Mm,
Unless you don't go to the school's website. The University of Vascular, I did a written test. I did an
mhm.
interview with a professor in the school, even before, like, so, but I sort of knew that the University of Turku was going to, I sort of maybe knew a little bit because everything was just, so they were not asking us to do interview. They were not asking us, they just said they would,
What?
these are the things you should submit and go. But when I went to the University of Vascular, and I checked their website. They already stated it that you're going to do test, you're going to do interview. If you don't have this, if you don't have this, if you don't have this, and I made sure that oh, I think I have all of this. And then for the University of I think Tampere, they were like your my transcript was not up to grade. I don't know, maybe I told you that I just took my results. It was not a real transcript. I just took my
Trans-
results and I added it to my test. So when the admission decision came, they were like, it is either one of the following. So I mailed them because that is what I was. If a school send me a rejection letter, I'll mail them that oh, what happened? What did I do wrong? So they were like, my transcript was not up to standard, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, thank you. And then and the thing is, you will hear about the results within days of each other. One school
yeah,
might send you your decision today, the next one might send you tomorrow, then the next one might send you.
yeah, yeah. It's usually in March.
So before
March.
before even the University of Town Vascular got back to me, I had gotten admission from University of Turku and I knew I had gotten a full tuition scholarship from them. So I was just waiting for let me just wait a few days and see what the main one I wanted would say. The main one I got admission into the school, I got 50% tuition, but because I didn't get 100% tuition, I was like, it's not worth it for me. So
Yeah.
I was like,
Even I think I applied to Obo Academy and they gave me admission as well. But I've
okay,
already accepted University of Turku admission, so
admission.
I couldn't even change my. So the thing is that you can only accept one
One school,
university
yeah.
exactly. I think we've answered this question. My transcript's not ready. I think so.
Yeah, you can take your result. Everybody
Can
has results from 100 level.
mhm.
Everybody has results from 100 level, 200 level, 300 level, 400 level. Even if your school is like 4 years, what I did, which I learned on Twitter, was take them, even if it is paper. My school used to give us paper, print
Mm-hmm.
it out, or carry everything together.
Scan it.
Scan it, make sure it is really neat. Use your phone, doc scanner, or any of these phone scanner for app. Scan everything into a PDF, add it
Mm-hmm.
together, lighten it, give it a color that is very bright, like so that they can see the grade very well. And
Mm-hmm.
then
Yeah, sure. Use Cam Scanner. I think I used Cam Scanner as well.
so
So if this question, I think it goes to me. I studied English as well, and I'm currently studying BA in English. Hmm. Okay. If you would want to apply to education program here, I would advise that you should have some work experience in education. You studied BA in English, not BA Ed in English. So if you have experience, if you have some experience in teaching English, and you have maybe certificates as well, like for example TRCN. There is one university in Finland that requested me to send my TRCN, like TRCN certificates. So I don't know whether University of Oulu or one university like that. So they need all these documents just to see they want to see your motivation. So if you're from the English department and you didn't have any education courses, you can still apply, but your motivation will speak for you that you're a teacher
exactly.
or
I was going
in
to say, oh sorry, allow me to cut in. I
yeah,
was going
yeah.
to say, for example, if I were this person, if I was Joanne, for example, and I wanted to write my
Mhm.
school, I would start
Mm.
with saying I've always wanted to start. I've always known that I was going to be a teacher. However,
Mm-hmm.
I decided that the first step to being a teacher is knowing how to communicate. So,
Mm,
in knowing how to communicate, I realized that English is the lingua franca of the country where I was born in, which pushed me to study English language and
mm,
even go further, earning a literature in English, a
mm.
master's in.
Yeah.
So I am ready to commit myself to studying education. And in the
Mhm,
past few weeks, I have been volunteering at a local school beside my house, teaching
mhm.
them education, which has further ignited my passion to study
Thank
education.
you.
The other
Yeah.
time was,
Yeah.
no, it is just how to write your way. Your SOP is it.
Yeah.
Write
See,
your way
if
through.
you
Yeah,
would like
a school
to
that will give you
meet
admission.
Miriam after this program, you can check her up on LinkedIn. Miriam Amza. She's
A school
a
that will give
what's
you
that thing that you
admission.
do? Is it copywriting or what do you call it?
I do content writing and I edit.
Content. Yeah,
I
content
review people's
writing.
SOP as well. So
SOP
I
as
just
well.
like,
So
if you have your
is it for free or for a fee?
yes, for a fee, sorry.
For
So
a
my
fee.
thing is just,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
if you
So
know how to write
we'll
your
chat
way
you
to
up.
what you want to do, you have
Mhm.
a good chance. Like, there is, of course, some schools are going to want someone that has studied education strictly from their undergrad, but some schools are going to look at, I like that this person went to study English so that they can learn how to communicate and learn how to. I'm
I'll be
just saying.
I just
So,
remembered that one of us in my department, she studied BA English as well, and we are studying education together
so
as
you just have
part
to
of the
know how
body.
to write these
Yeah.
things and convince them.
Okay, good morning. I had 6.0 on my IELTS test and I want to study data science with a 4.0. Is it possible to get admission and scholarship? 6.0.
Okay, I think 6.0 is quite good.
Yeah,
You
6.0.
have
I
to
think
check
it's
the
the minimum
schools. You have to check the school's requirements. Nobody can
required.
tell you will get in or you would not. Only the admission committee can tell. Personally, I cannot tell you because I was an applicant myself. But you have to look at the schools. Check out the schools in Finland that their IELTS does not require. Some schools may state it there that, oh, we want 6.5, we want 7, I don't know. But you have to check the website. Check all the information you need is on the website. I think at this point in time, it is not advisable to send an email. Let's say it was last year, December, that you still want to send an email to ask questions, so that but right now they will be overwhelmed with different things. But you could also always try that, oh, hi, does your school accept an IELTS score of 6.0? You can
Mhm.
ask that. You can always send an email to them. So, but nobody can tell you categorically that, oh, you get it or you will not get it. Nobody can do that. I don't
And
think anybody.
yeah,
The
this
only
question is
thing
that can we use proficiency from school, English proficiency from
is
school?
replace IELTS. Check the school website. That's just it.
Yeah, check the school website. And then if you are from
Different strokes for different things. Like, some
yeah,
schools may allow, some schools may say that is strictly what they want.
yes, exactly. And you can, if you are from EU, like America, US, or you had some degrees in the English speaking country, you can always send a mail or check the website because some universities, if you study in, for example, you had your bachelor's degree in UK, so they might waive that IELTS for you because you have already studied in English. But for we in Africa and Asian countries, we are required to write the IELTS, of which some universities still give some waivers. So you can always check the university's specific requirements. How can I go about it? Okay, I think that's a good question.
Are you going to, is there a way you can like share your screen so that you can show people how to quickly search for courses and that are open for application and things like that? I don't know if there's a way you can do that.
Um, yeah, there is a video that I've made on that on my
That's good.
channel.
So everybody can watch the video then.
Yes, yeah, you can always go there, and I would also attach the link to the video to so you can just briefly tell us how you can go about applying.
Okay, there's this website. You can use the study in Finland dot. I don't know if it is dot com. If you just Google search study in Finland, it will take you to the necessary website, and you can read everything you need. That website, I even like the way they started the sentence, because I think I have the way the sentence was started on that website. Do you want to study
Mhm.
in Finland and you don't know how to start or something like
How to
that?
go about it
I want
exactly.
how to go about it. So they will now show you how to go about it. step by step, and they will explain everything. So yeah, I think that's a very very good way to start. And the video he also mentioned, you could go and watch it. I think every application is almost the same thing. It
Yeah,
says
it's almost the
school
same.
requirement. You can just go to the website. You can some application you submit directly to the school. It is a single application. Some
Mm-hmm.
application you submit joint application, and it allows you to like submit at the multiple applications at the same time. So go and watch the video. I think for BSc you need to submit a sort of WAEC result. Yeah, I think so. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
some sort of WAEC results. You have to like submit that. And I
Yeah.
don't know if they ask why it is, because I've never actually gone through the whole process of bachelor's. I
Oh.
started with one time, but I never actually went through with it because the person wasn't like committed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I have 15 years of teaching experience. Can you tell us more about certificate submission and do I must prove of okay? I think certificate submission. Just talk about certificate submission.
Yeah, so certificate is different from transcript. That is what we should be clear about. You should always you have to submit your transcript. You cannot escape submitting it's not transcript per se, but a sort of thing to show your result. You cannot escape that. But certificate, you can skip the place if you don't have the certificate ready, because you
Mm,
can tell them you have not graduated or it has not been issued. And
mm,
then on the school website, like I said, one thing I did that helped me was going through each school's website and reading their thing that, oh, if you apply before you graduate or before your certificate has been issued, you have to be able to provide this by this particular time or at this particular time. And that was what I followed. Like, oh, this is the school that this school allows me more time to be able to submit. They will even send you a reminder that, hi, Miriam, you've not submitted your certificate. We will not be able to give you. They will give you what is called a conditional admission. Yeah.
mhm,
The time I was about to go to the embassy, I to VFS, I had a conditional admission. On my acceptance letter, it was conditional letter because
mm,
it was not unconditional because I was still yet to provide my certificate. So it was when I provided my certificate that they now gave me an unconditional letter, but it didn't affect my scholarship. It didn't affect anything. So I didn't have my certificate, but I just kept it where I was supposed to upload it. I just kept it because I had not been issued the certificate. So must I provide a language test? Like I said, check the school. But I would advise that if you have it, then you submit it. At the time I had
and
it, I
then
my IELTS when I was in 400 level, and when we were doing IT, I thought I had time that time. So I was like, okay, let me just do my IELTS now. So when I go back to school in January for 500 level, I was able to start applying for schools and doing all those kind of things. So which was one thing that I think helped my case. So if
yeah.
you think okay, I'll go.
Yeah, one more thing is that you'll be given after you've been given the admission or after you've submitted the application, they
Okay.
can tell you that February 1st you need to submit to send your transcripts like to
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
them
think there
at
is a
the
space to
university.
upload things
Yeah,
to
after even
after
after
the
the
whole
application,
application period
after
has
the whole
been.
application, you can still always, depending on the school, let's take
Mm.
note of that. You
But
can
I've
always
always advised that submit everything at once.
yeah,
Just to
sometimes you
be
might not be able to submit everything at once. So they will tell you that you can always submit some special documents after. And also sometimes they will tell you to send your transcripts through your university. So
yeah,
it will
wait,
not
that is I think that's when you get admission already. It was after we got
mm,
admission that they now asked us to now officially send our transcripts from the school to the university. That's after you got admission. So I
My
initiated that
own my
process.
own at Tampere University. Tampere University told me to send my transcripts
Without
and
admission.
some of before admission.
Wow.
I sent my
Oh,
trans yes. Even Obo University too, they did the same.
really?
Yeah. So they might tell you to send your transcript. So it is your transcript that will now give it those that sent their transcript that they will check their applications. You understand? So they use it to streamline the application process. You understand?
What if my school is the type that is always slow? I'm like you send the application, you transcript from Nigeria there.
Uh-huh.
The way we used to go to the student affairs and write that we want to send our trans. Wow, I didn't know
Yeah,
about.
that's why you need to read these requirements before the application starts so that you can start applying. But I think most universities in Nigeria would do everything in 3 weeks. They should be able to, or 4 weeks. They should be able to send the transcript via email. That's very simple.
Oh,
And
oh, okay,
sometimes
not the physical copy.
they can tell you to send physical too as
Oh,
well. So just check your university um, requirements. This is another question. Can I apply for masters in using HND?
I don't know about that. People often ask this question, but I think if you check some schools' website, I don't have experience with HND and postgraduate diploma. I'm sorry, I don't, so I cannot answer that. But you
Yeah,
have to check the school's
yeah.
website. If you think that this is one thing, it doesn't hurt to try. Nobody is asking you for money. As long as they are not asking, as long as they are not asking me for money, I'll try
Mm,
it. As long as
mm,
it's not, they are not asking me for anything I cannot provide. They are asking me for
mm,
things I can provide. And the EU is very strict with data, like anything that require that is they are very strict with it. So I know that they are not going to misuse my information anyhow. I'm
mm,
also careful about where I provide my information as well. As long as I know
mm.
that they will not use my information anyhow, they will not misuse it, then we are good to go.
Yeah, this person said I will be graduating in January, and
Okay.
my result is not ready. Can I use statement of results? I think you've answered that.
Yeah.
You
They
can use
will
your statement of
certificate.
results.
Oh, the person said before they will get the question is, can I use my statement of results to apply before? Yeah, I think in the place where there is certificates, you can upload your statement of results there
There,
because they used to put
absolutely.
it there in my school, for example, they'll put it there that the certificate will be this statement of results is like a replacement till your certificate is issued or something like that. So they put something like that there.
I graduated from urban and regional planning in Lautech,
Oh, this is
3.6.
people from my school.
Goals. What courses suit my undergraduate for
For
masters?
You have to actually research this. This is what I did, for example, too. For example, too, I graduated from biology, environmental biology. So when I was trying to look for the courses in biology, I was like, okay, which one would be nice? So I started looking at schools that offer biology courses and what they offer and what I'm interested in. So you have to
Mhm,
check this. For example, they may have something in I don't know much about environmental sciences like urban and regional planning. I did environmental biology, but for example, in the University of Turku, where I currently study, we have biosciences, masters in biosciences, evolutionary biology, masters in biosciences, molecular biology. You get, even though they are both biology, but they are two specific. And I knew that even in Lautech, I avoided microbiology. I didn't go to the microbiology. I did environmental biology. My school allows us to choose where we want to master in. Like, do you want to master in microbiology or do you want to master in evolutionary? So I knew that I wanted to do EEB, which is ecology and evolutionary biology, and so that was what was related to my course. I didn't go and take molecular biology because that is more of microbiology,
Mike.
that's molecular
And
biology.
then there is one thing again that they won't tell you that these are the courses you should have in your previous degree
No,
to
they
study
don't.
a particular master's. What you do is that you're going to read the basic descriptions
Courses to
of
have
those
been
courses.
completed. Mm.
Exactly. So you read the descriptions of the courses and see the key words in those descriptions for you to know that, okay, for somebody who studied microbiology, the person should be able to study so biology as masters. For example, I studied English and education. I can either study English or I go for education.
Yeah.
Well,
So you
so
are
I
the one that will decide what you want to like
decide what I
really
want.
do based on
Yes.
the available courses. You can check out the schools and check out the courses in that department.
So let's go there. Does the joint application include BSc as well? I think you've answered this. Yeah. Target schools that you have, their requirements, and your SOP should suit the course you are applying for. Yeah. Is there a school that doesn't require IELTS? I think
Yeah,
we've
we
answered
talked
this
about
as
that. I
well.
think University of Helsinki. People say University of Helsinki.
Yeah. Can we work while studying? Yes, you can. You can work while studying. How many hours? 30 hours per week. And then in STEM, can I connect with Miriam after this session?
Okay, yeah, you can. You can send me a mail. Can I drop my email? Is that allowed?
Yeah, you can. You
Okay,
can.
yeah. So you can send me an email at that. Okay, let me see if I
Let's
can drop my email. But please, let's not ask questions. Okay, I wouldn't say, but send me an email at Amzat Miriam HAMZATMARIAM 02 then at gmail.com. So that's my email.
HAMZ
Z A
AT
T M
mm-hmm,
A M
M
A R I A M
mm-hmm,
02 at gmail.com. But
02.
you could always ask Abdulhamid as well.
Yeah,
He's my oga, so he knows how
my
to ask
boss.
questions.
So then you can connect with her on LinkedIn. Very
Yeah,
important. I
yeah,
think
you
that's
can.
the best place ever.
Yeah, that's also very easy.
Yeah.
My name is Amzat Miriam on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I've sent the email to the comment section. I
No
also
problem.
want to know more about PhD in Finland.
Okay, I can't answer too much question, but I know that I did a course this semester, last semester, that allowed us to look for PhD position ourselves. This is like one of my favorite thing about this place. You're
Mm.
taking hands on, so they give us a couple of websites. Um, I'm trying to see if I can still find those websites. They gave us a couple of websites where you can look for in Finland. PhD is like a job. So you look at it, you look for PhD positions on job pages, on job websites. I'm trying to see
Is it
job.
job seeker? Is it job teaser?
I don't know. It's not job teaser. They give us some very specific ones. They give us some very specific ones.
And you can always check study in Finland.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, of course, you can. I think
Studyinfinland.fi.
that's like the best place as well.
Yeah,
You can just
studyinfinland.fi. So you go to there is bachelor's, master's, and PhD. You go to PhD, then you see list of universities that are opening for PhD. I think PhD is
you
all
apply
round here
directly to yeah you apply directly to a program to a
to
research
to
program
school.
when they open it.
Yeah.
For example, if a professor is looking for some a PhD student in this position, so you apply
Mhm.
to that position directly. So I think that's how it works. I can
School name again for STEM courses. School
different schools
name.
offer different courses that are STEM. But if you
Yeah,
meant
most
the one that
especially
gives
those who apply
scholarship for
sciences.
if you meant the one that give them a stipend or stipend for STEM courses, then University of Jivascula,
Mhm.
that's the one that.
University of Yogascola.
But most schools
G is
offer.
JYVASKILA. Am I right? Jivascola
I am
is
very sure.
starting with J.
Jivascula, yeah.
Please, where can one get material for preparing for UAS exam? What's UAS? University of Applied
The
Science.
yeah, university it's usually for like I think undergrad. I can't see. I've never dealt with undergrad. I'm sorry. Maybe if we ask around in school or something.
My question is about application opens from 3rd to 17th of January, but on study info, yes. It started that the document attachments can be uploaded with deadline 24th of January. This is what I'm talking about. Please, can you explain this?
Okay, yeah, that was what you mentioned before already. That you still have to like a week plus to upload some documents if you didn't upload them at the time of application. You
Yeah,
get. I think you mentioned that already.
yes. Then, for someone who graduated from the university 4 years ago without much work experience or volunteering experience, am I still eligible for a scholarship?
I don't know what they are looking at to give scholarship. I don't know. No, but these are the things that I feel like could give you leverage if you had good a work experience to buttress your points. If you had a good volunteering, because I had a good volunteering background. That is one thing I will not lie about. I had a good volunteering background, and those are things that I imputed into my SOP to make it very, very strong. And even though my volunteering was not in any way related to my course at all, I just
Mm-hmm.
knew that oh, I've always
That's
been
the
involved.
point.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be related. I've never volunteered for anything biology. I've only done research in biology and internships in biology. You can
Mm-hmm.
talk about your internships. And I think one thing is, I think only one school gave me a word limitation. Self. One school does not even, I think the University of Turku did not give word limitation for your motivation letter. I'm not very sure. But some schools will
Mm.
give limitation that you can't write more than 500 words or you can't write more than 1,000 words. So as long as you can make use of the word that you can write, so it's very, very cool.
Yeah. Next question. If you're a master's degree student, can you relocate with your spouse or kids and kids?
Yeah, you can. You can. That's like one of the advantages in Finland. You can.
Yes, you can.
We've met a couple of Indian guys and
Yes,
other people that
lot
came
of
with their family,
lot
lot
of
of
Indian guys, Bangladesh, they came with their
yeah,
family, children,
yeah.
and they are doing
Bangladesh.
well.
There is this one time I went to this place at this center in front of our hostel where we do hang out.
And holiday Kariba,
In Caribbean, yeah. No, not
Kariba,
Caribbean. Um,
CYS. and
TYS,
chill.
yeah, TYS and Chill. And I
Yeah.
met wives, like it is like an association of wives that were playing card and doing this, and they were like, "Oh, I'm a wife. I came with my husband. I came with my husband. I came with my husband." And I'm like, "Okay,
Oh
oh."
my.
So
Yeah.
yeah, there is that.
My question: the application opens from third.
You answered this.
I think we've answered this question. Please, do you have any information about Savonia University? I got admitted during the direct application.
No, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. But you could always email
So
the school
what's
or
the
check their
information the
website.
person wants to get actually? Yeah. What's the information the person wants to get? Try to be specific. Then I read urban and regional. I think we've answered this. Okay. Can
No,
I
okay, the
try
person wants to transition.
to another career in data? Yes, you can. You can always do that. The only thing you need is your motivation. Motivation. What's your reason? Like if you can convince them, well, maybe you've done some courses in business analytics online, or you've done some jobs in around that field. You understand? You can start taking courses, and you even if you've not completed those courses, you can still say that you are taking courses in data analytics. You have started this JavaScript, blah 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 blah, and that's the reason why. So they want to know that you have a background in what you want to study, so that you won't feel what's it called, frustrated when you start the program. I think it's okay that way. I'm interested in University of Toruko. I want to study masters in public mental health. I already I already have a bachelor. Okay, that's good. That's good. Then can HND apply? You can still, okay. No, can I get scholarship with my wife for BSc? I think the another option for those that want to go for it that have HND is to use go for BSc if it's not possible for them to apply for masters. If, for example, you've communicated with your school and your school said they don't recognize HND, you can apply as a bachelor student 3 years. You understand? So it's just a 3 years program. I think it's an option as well. Okay, please, I need info about funds. This is very important. Funds needed for scholarship. I think we've talked about that as well. Yes, fund needed. There is no fund needed for scholarship. You will be paid, and if you are not paid the relocation grants, then you don't need. I don't understand the fund actually. Please be specific about these questions. Can one get a scholarship with WAEC and NC to what level? Is it vocational? Yes, if it is vocational, vocational courses are usually tuition free, and you only need your WAEC results and some other specific documents to apply. Um, could you please drop the link for those schools? Yes, if you check the video I shared, I have added those links to some schools. They're not all the schools in Finland, but some schools that I'm aware of. So there are a lot of schools in Finland actually. Then study info is the right place to get the list of those schools. Please share the link to schools here, please. Okay. Miriam, can you just send the comment like the studyinfo.fi? That's the link.
Okay. I think it would be really good if you can check out some of Ahmed's previous uh,
Videos.
videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is open topic cool. That study
Yeah.
info website. So
It's, no application fees. Yeah. No application fees at all. And that's the beautiful thing about it. Apply, no
yeah,
application fee.
that's like a very good point. Nobody is asking you to bring money or do anything. You can just like apply. I'm trying to join the chat.
Miriam is brilliant. Thank you.
I have to connect to
Somebody
you
said
too.
you are brilliant. Thank you.
I don't know about that. I can't connect to you too. Sorry, I don't know. It's not allowing me to drop a chat in this comment section.
Okay, let me see. Mm,
Hmm.
study info. Studyinfo dot fi. That's just the link. Studyinfo dot fi. Good morning. I want to study master's degree in education course in Finland. What are the requirements? The requirements are specific. There are general requirements and there are specific requirements. General requirements is that you have to have a bachelor's degree. If it is a master's, if it is a bachelor program you want to apply to, you need a secondary school certificates and some other specific requirements. So the specific requirement is what we can't tell you. You need to check on your own on the website. Hmm? Okay. So please, I hold a
That is not
BSc.
like much.
Can you answer this question, please?
Okay. BSc nursing, and I think that's cool. You already have a good background studying nursing, and then you want to go into public mental health. All you have to do is to be able to say, oh, why you want to go into public mental health? Because, oh, in the past few months or in the past few years, I've seen the rise in people to do this. Or you could talk about your own personal struggle to that. Oh, I've struggled with personal depression, ADHD, or something like. I'm just saying you could write about that. You could talk about, oh, over the past few months, although as a nursing student, I have struggled with depression, especially after I lost my parent and blah blah blah, or after I failed the course. And I've realized that it is very common. When I started talking to my friends about it, I realized that this thing is very common among people and nobody's talking about it. So I would like to study public mental health because it is a very good way to help professionals, especially in the medical field. I think that is a very, very strong SOP. We know how to build on it. I would like to help professionals in the medical field and help them to, help them with mental health. These things, I don't know how you guys do your thing, but when you do your research
Yeah.
about the course, you are able to write a convincing SOP. You can say, well, I would like to do for children. I would like to focus on children because blah, 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 blah. I watch a neighbor of mine do this, go through this kind of thing, and they were stigmatized in the community. So I would like to help them. You even as a student of nursing. So I think the best thing is know how to write your SOP. And I think a BSc, I don't know much about the medical field, but I would say
Hmm.
a BSc in nursing is a good background. And you have
Thank you.
an IELTS of score of 7.0. I think that's
7.0. That's
that,
thumbs up.
that's great already. So
Very
um,
yes. Is recommendation letter compulsory for scholarship?
no. Some
It's
schools
not.
ask for it, some schools don't. I don't. I think. I don't think it's like really, really. For example, in the University of Turku asked me to provide evidence of my work experience, and yeah, evidence of my internship or work experience. And I uploaded. I well, after I finished my internship, I said I just finished my internship at that time. After I finished
Mhm.
my internship, my where I did my internship, they gave me a recommendation letter. So I uploaded that recommendation letter because it stated there that, oh, this person finished her internship and she was quite good. She did this, she did this, she did this, and that was what I uploaded. So if you have a sort of certificate that you were given at your internship place, you can. But I don't think recommendation letter is something that is very popular or known
Very
in
popular.
Finland.
I did not submit recommendation letter either. I
Exactly. You
didn't
don't need
submit.
recommendation letter, which is very,
So
very.
then this one is asking about vocational training. Vocational training is a secondary level training. Like, we have primary, secondary, and university. So vocational training is usually at secondary level. And the purpose of the training is to prepare you for workplace. So immediately you are done with the vocational training, you're going to start a job in that field immediately or an internship in that field immediately. So it's a very good way to start a job in Finland. Like this is the sweetest way of starting a job in Finland, as I know. And most of these programs are already ongoing. Like they've started. I've made a video on that vocational training as well. Try to go through those videos. You see the one I mentioned about vocational training and how to apply to this training. So you can always ask your questions through that um, particular video and I will answer that question specifically. Then what else? Vocational trainings are usually free of charge. You are not paying anything. And if you'll be coming down, you can come with your family, you can come with anybody and that's just it. That's just it. There's nothing different, kind of. Please kindly talk about the proof of fund and the likely embassy interview questions. I like this question.
Okay.
Yeah,
Me taking
fund.
it.
Yeah, you take it. You take it.
All right. So the thing is, interestingly, you the Finland does not do an interview per se. So when I
Mhm.
got to my own, they use VFS, and VFS is just like a courier service.
Mhm.
VFS collects all your documents, send it to them to do anything you want to do. Then they send you the decision. You would see on your portal. There's a portal where you apply for, and that's it. But the only thing was when I got there, they sent somebody from the embassy to come to VFS to confirm that it is really you that came for the submission. I think maybe they had cases of people not being the one that came for their submission. I don't know. So so we entered the room. When we got there, we entered the room, and the embassy person was, oh, what's your name? You give them, I think, your passport and your admission letter, and they will check it just to confirm that it is you. They asked me that, what's your date of birth, and I'm like, okay, January, and they were like, okay, which school did you get admission to? And I'm like, University of Turku, and they were like, okay, and that's it. And I just left, and they
Yeah,
just verified,
the
and
questions are not like US questions that they will
mm,
ask you big questions. No, they just ask you. They just want to see you physically. They know,
yeah,
I don't think
they
there is
just want to see
anything.
that now you
They
come
want to.
for your
Yeah,
submission yourself, and after that, all you have to do is deal with VFS. You only have to deal
yes.
with VFS alone. Deal with VFS alone, and I'm just like,
And then the
no,
proof of fund is
500.
6,720.
Is
Six
it
thousand
700?
seven seven twenty years per
Yeah,
year.
and the rate they are using is always on the embassy's website. They use a
Yeah,
rate because we
yeah,
know the naira was fluctuating. At the time we applied, God of mercy, our proof of fund was supposed to be like 3 million. I think it became 5 million.
yeah. It became 5 million.
Our phone was supposed to be like 3 million at the time we applied, and then that was when Naira started shaking and everything, and it
Yeah,
became 5 million. So we had to be checking the website every day to
yeah.
see how much the rate they were using. They would always upload the rate, so you have to
Mm,
target that rate, and then you can. The interesting thing about Finland is that the money does not have to be in your account weeks
mm.
before the interview, before you submit. My own proof of fund got to my account 1 week before the day I was supposed
Let
to
me
submit.
bust your brain. My own money came in a day before my interview.
So the day before my submission, so let's not even call it interview per se, let's just call it submission of documents. So you submit
Yes.
your admission letter, the list of the things you submit. I think Ahmed should probably do a video on applying to your applying for your resident permit. You
Yeah,
apply for
yeah. I'm
resident
okay.
permit, and
Mhm.
it is not like a visa. It is a resident permit, and resident permit allows you to visit many European countries, which is like one of the reasons why I was like, I really want to go to Finland so that I can explore different places. I can go to
Yeah.
Germany, I can go to like anywhere I want to go to.
Without visa, exactly.
Yeah,
Like
without
during
visa.
this holiday now, you can always go to anywhere like
Ah,
Poland, like Belgium,
mm,
Germany, Sweden, and all.
yeah,
So
Switzerland,
it's
all
very
those
you can even go,
European.
yeah, you can travel
So
without
it's not
because
like
it's not
there's
a
going to
visa.
be an interview. So
Yeah.
there's no interview like that.
Hello, what do I need to get scholarship in college? Is it possible? This is a very general question.
Yeah, it is
That
possible. You just look for the school, look at their requirements, submit your details to meet the requirement, and that's it.
okay. Question: can I work while studying? I think we've answered that. Okay. Uh, Thank you for what you're doing. Please. Yeah, you can always come. You can always come. Okay. I think let me pick this question at random.
Okay.
Oh, this question has already been answered. You all the information you need concerning scholarships, your application process, you find it everything on my YouTube channel. So you should subscribe to the YouTube channel. And at the same time, we have a community, a WhatsApp community where you can just join us on the group. Then you ask your questions, and there are several videos that I've already made just to answer most of these questions. Make sure that your documents are intact. Your motivation letter. I've made a video on motivation letter. You should also go through those videos and applying how to apply step by step. I've already done that on the YouTube channel as well. So subscribe to this YouTube channel and watch most of the videos about Finland. There are other countries as well, like Germany, like Saudi Arabia, like so you don't need to put all your eggs in one basket. You
Yeah.
can apply to your UK, you can apply to your Canada, US, and all. So this information, this notification of scholarship will be sent or will be posted on our channel from time to time. So always stay tuned. And Miss Miriam, do you have what's your last word?
Okay, yeah, I'm really rooting for everybody. I'm really wishing everybody the best.
Mhm,
And like you said, you don't have to put all your eggs in one basket. When I was applying, I applied to like I think four UK schools.
mhm,
I even applied for Erasmus self. So I applied
mhm,
for four UK schools. I applied for Erasmus. I applied to the US. I just spread out my application, and then
mhm,
eventually I chose the school that gave me the best niche. It doesn't have to be 2025 that you join. You can join it at like if you apply. It was even surprising when I told my HOD at the time, who was also my supervisor, that oh God, I'd gotten admission and I'm going to resume this August, and we just finished our exam in April. It was like, okay, you get that kind of thing that you these girls, yeah. So that's just like how it goes. So I'm really, really rooting for everybody. I hope that you get all the help you need. You can Everything you need is always on the website, and if you don't have if you can't find the information on the website, you can always reach out to Ahmed. You can always check out his
mhm,
YouTube channel. You can always Google search questions. And as the application opens tomorrow, I don't know if they do the first to submit, because I just submitted my own application at the time I felt was I think I submitted on the last day. Said I was in lab
mm,
that day, and I
mhm.
just submitted on the last day. So it doesn't like really matter. But to give yourself a good edge and to be able to like focus.
Yeah.
I had my SOP written already, which is like something. So have your SOP written, have your transcript ready, and everything labeled. They will
Mhm,
tell you that you should name it in a specific way. I think
mm,
it's your name and the name of the document it represents. So statement of result. I named everything. I created a folder on my phone.
mm.
I used
Yeah,
my
yeah.
phone to apply. So I created a folder on my phone, named everything, statement of results, CV, so. I had everything in one file. So the moment I
Mm,
needed it, I already prepared everything in a document. I have everything ready. The moment you open your application like this at once, you finish everything at once, boom, boom, and then you submit, and that's it. So that was what I
mm.
did, and I'm really hoping and rooting for
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah. I think that last thing that you mentioned is very important. That you rename your document. There is a way they might ask you to rename it, like admission, maybe admission, graduate certificates, your name, your first name, your last name. They will tell you how it should be. So try to check well before you submit, so that they can easily retrieve your what's it called. So we are already out of time, and we want to call it a day. We'll be holding another video with Kingsley. Kingsley had a different story. He's currently here in Finland, and he will be studying in Obo Academy, a Swedish program. And
Okay.
you know that this program is a master's program, and originally this program is a free tuition program. Like you won't be paying school fees. You don't even need to bother about scholarship. You understand? It's just free tuition
Wow.
automatically. So
Okay, it's just like that. They didn't like task the, but they didn't like.
no, it's a free program
Wow.
generally. Like it's
That's
a free
cool.
program. So I'll be hosting a live stream like this with Victor Kingsley. He's here with me, as you can see him. So
Hi.
Kingsley
Hello.
is here. So Kingsley, just one word, and we'll call it a day.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Kingsley. As he has said, I'm studying mathematics in Obo Academy, right? So mine is kind of different. I didn't use the joint application. So I'll be sharing all of that in March. So just stay tuned. In March, I'll give you all the information. Don't worry, we'll join us soon.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. I think
Oh, okay. The
what is
application is different, Abby. It's
It's
a
Yeah,
separate.
different.
different.
It's quite different. You know, some applications usually open in September again.
Yeah,
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 some
yeah. The
applications
second
open in
one.
September as well. So all these things are just a matter of information and how to get those information and start shooting your shot. So we wish you the very best in your application process, and in fact, I would love to see you guys in Finland this year. You know, this year by August, I'll be coming to Kupita, Helsinki to come and pick you guys to your different schools.
Yeah, Ahmed was the one that came to pick me when I was coming to Finland. Oh,
Yeah,
he's my guide.
yeah,
He was my guide. He was the one that
I'm
came
the
to pick me at
father.
the
I
train
was the one
station.
who picked Miriam. I picked Kiki as well at the train station. I love picking
He
people,
was the one that
seriously.
went to. I think did you collect? Okay, no, you're not the one that collected my key for me, my
Yeah, I
hostel
wasn't the
key. you're okay. But you're the
Yeah,
one that got my bed and all this kind of thing. You got my
exactly.
place like ready
So
for a little
yeah,
bit.
don't worry about how to get accommodation. I'll be making videos on it. How to apply for VFS. What's it called?
Resident permit.
Residence permit. I'll be making videos on it. How much you will be spending every month. How to manage your money, financial status. Like if you even if you don't have a job, how much do you need to have? Like how do you manage yourself? Minimum spending per month. I have my documents. I will use my own personal spending to exactly because everybody has different spending.
Yeah, Ahmed is very like I think he's the one meticulous with money. He was telling me that how much do I spend on groceries, and I'm like, I don't know how much I spend on groceries. I just go and buy groceries. Yeah, I just
Always, I always write it down if I buy anything. I think I ate the most in December. Like
really
October, I was able to manage. November, I was able to manage. But that December, I was just buying different things. I was just eating.
okay.
I think as a result of what's it called? The weather is changing, and I had a lot of assignment last month, and I need more energy, so it's
Mm,
requiring me to get more food into my stomach. Okay, thank you guys. Have a good night rest. Bye bye. And
bye.
the recording to this video will be on the YouTube channel as well. So you can always go back to the recordings if you joined us late and watch the video. Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Moin.